Shameless, my presence, yeah. Okay, what up, beautiful people? It is yo homegirl, Shameless, all up in your building. If you're in class, you know the deal. You can watch this later, okay? But for now, I have made a video on what happens inside of here while I edit. Y'all were requesting, so here it is. It is a very general, basic how-to. If you want to get really specific, if you want to really geek out, check out the description box. The secret of life is in the description box. I have links to awesome channels that specialize in editing, so check that out. But this is just a basics. But before we get into that, are you seeing these? Yeah, these are going to be given away to one lucky winner along with an audio sound system. Now these are from House of Marley. Fancy. I used to have, I still have them. I have these. These are my old ones. They gave me these ones. They hooked yo girl up with the new latest edition, and they want to hook you guys up with one. So one winner will win this, another winner will win the audio system. No, this is not a sponsored video. This is a hookup video, a giveaway video. So if you would love to win these, make sure you read the description box and stay tuned to the very end to find out how to win, okay? So what I love about House of Marley, they do use natural and recycled materials, and I love companies that make an effort to help Mother Earth, you know? So, take your earrings off when you edit, and then put your headphones on. And then let we go. Let's jump on in. I love the Cosbys. Okay, let's just get this started. Final Cut Pro. So this is what it looks like. Over here, this is where the events are, and over here, this is where the projects are. So for now, we are going to create a new event. Okay, yes, new event. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna call this Lipstick Lookbook, because that's what I'm going to work on. And then here, let me just move this in so you can see, there's a plus sign here. I'm gonna click on that, new project, and I'm just gonna call this Lipstick Look. Oh, I didn't even spell that one right. Look boo. Look boo. Whatever, you know what I'm getting at. Okay, so once that is done, everything's empty. Now I'm gonna import the media, and the footage that I have is located on my hard drive and all of that. I'm gonna import all of that stuff. Now, before you do this, make sure you delete the footage that you do not need, or you know which footage you want, and the footage you want is in a separate file, so you can just import everything. Okay. So that is importing, and you'll see this over here. This is processing all the footage, and I have all the looks over here. I'm going to bring this over here, and this, just hit OK. And this is the background. It's black. Okay, I'll leave that. And then over here, you have different text layouts. So I'm just going to take the centered one. This is what I always do. And I place it like so. And this here is a snap. And it just snaps to where the cursor or the end of something is. So it'll just snap it over there or snap it to the end. But I don't want the snap on, so I'm going to hit N and it's going to move that. So I'm going to move that there. And then I'm going to take that off. I do this each and every time. I'm sure I could just create an MOV file that has this saved. I do everything from scratch all the time. I don't know why. I just like everything to be organic, which is more time consuming. So my font is Street Brush and there, and I want the color to be pink or magenta because that's the color I always do. And then I will pull this over again because I always do this Shameless Presents. And I like that color, and I always use this font, and this changes the size over here, and then I just click that and then I drag it over Now I'm going to hit the N again because I want everything to line up. That's the good thing with the snapping tool. So if you hit the space bar, then it starts to animate. Now I need my music because the way I edit to music. So I just type in J, and these are all of Jay Elliott's songs. And again, Jay Elliott is different from my cousin Jay. So let's just hear what we got going on. So this was Shaka. This is a single we're working on. And you guys, when it comes to music and editing videos, you need permission from the artist. You cannot just take whatever song you want. You not only need permission, you need written permission. You can try to use their music without their permission. What might end up happening is they find out, they get mad that you're basically stealing their music, and because your YouTube videos are monetized, you're making money off of their art. So you need permission. Okay, so I put his music right underneath there. And when you edit, you always hear sounds and songs in rewind and fast forward. You get used to it as an editor. But even that intro, I timed to the music. Dun, dun, boom. Actually, because I was in music, so I have that conductor in my head. So I'll use that footage. That's kind of sexy, and this is a sexy beat. I'm going to take it from the beginning. Boom. Boom, boom. And then there. Now, I think I want to cut it right there because I just feel like cutting it right there. And then I will look. See, when you do this world of look at me on camera type of stuff, YouTube, if you're putting yourself on YouTube, there's a lot of self-involvement involved. But that's, I guess, okay. Hold on. You hit the letter B, and that's the blade tool, and that will cut. So now I'm going to take it to the beginning. Hit the space bar to play. There. Dun, dun. I'll just go there. Delete that. There. And then I'll probably want to get like another look. So in here on this side, when I shoot, I like to get a bunch of different angles. So I'll get like a tight one, a wider one, and then a really wide one. And you gotta like, you know, ham it up for the camera. Okay, so there. Let's see what that looks like. Cute, right? So then I probably want to break it up. I'll put that, hit the letter A, and that will make it skip. If you hit the letter P, that will just overlap it. So we have that, and then maybe some other colors we can show. And me looking like a goofball. Okay, replace. Then just turn the volume down. Okay, and then just drag it to see what else is there. So if you didn't select the correct range, you can always just drag it here. There. And I'll just delete that. So I always go from the beginning, I don't know why, but that's just what I do. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Down, 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 hit, boom. Boom. See? And then that's that. Okay, now that I have that, I will just show you how I color correct. So I select the file. So I just go over here, show color board. Now color correcting for me is extremely important. If your camera settings have the wrong color balance, you can salvage some of that here. Now I always encourage everyone to make sure they have a color balance checked on their camera, and I will make a video about that since I kept talking about it. I need to do that one. Anyways, okay, so I always make my blacks blacker. Boom. And I like to bring the saturation. Now the saturation is the color intensity, so I can make it black and white, or I can make it like hyper, like, oh my God, my eyeballs hurt. That's too much. So I like to, it depends on the footage, but 21 is pretty good. That's pretty extreme. How about 20? We'll stay at 20. And now the color balance is here. See that? It's green, red, purple, all that stuff. Now you can download filters or use filters that they have here. Final Cut, iMovie, Sony Vegas has all these ones that you can use. This is very holiday, this stuff right here, the bokeh. I use that usually around the holidays. But yeah, there's all these fun and interesting things you guys can use. But I, for the most part, when I first started out, I used a lot of filters. Maybe I will use a filter. I just don't know which one. It's so weird. Like, what is that? Psychedelics, man. Lay off the psychedelics. Night vision. That's creepy. So the key with editing or anything in life is just to have fun. Play around. So that's pretty much it. And you can see the difference between that and that. Or maybe there. There and there. You see how intense the colors are? I don't look gray like an old hag. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And you will see this video coming to a YouTube channel soon. My channel. Tune in. Make sure you watch. Shameless Maya. Shameless Maya. She works it out. Just work it out. Your name is Shameless. My name is Shameless. But get good music. I will make a video on where you can find music as well. But check in the description box. I will have links to music over there. And stay tuned for this video. This will be coming out very shortly. So just hang in there, okay? You eager beavers. Okay, so that's that. If you guys have any other questions, you can try to ask me. I don't know if I will answer. But I did take the time to put the links in the description box. So check that out. And I would love to know, question, what do you geek out on? I would love to know. Technology, video games, shoes, lipstick. Comment below, I would love to know. And that's it for now. You will see this video coming up in a few days. In the meantime, remember to do you, be you, and stay true, baby bow. Be shameless. Team Jesus, okay. Make sure you guys watch these videos, and you might as well follow me everywhere. 2 of them are a must for the giveaway. Info in the description box, guys. Peace.